close that. Coming to you live from Cats and Crystals KC here in the Northland in Kansas City, and we are just going to be talking about shadow work, okay? And I am going to be drawing some cards here to be helping you with shadow work specific to whatever intention it is that you're wanting to manifest in, okay? So if you're here for the live, tap in. If you're here for the replay, still for you, okay? So let's talk about shadow work and manifesting really quick, because it is such a thing. Your shadow could absolutely be getting in the way of you being able to manifest in whatever your intention is or your desire is. And check the description box. I posted a link there that's going to help you learn how to do the shadow work that's necessary. If there's anything blocking whatever your intention is, whatever the desire is that you're wanting to manifest in. I talk about how your shadow might be getting in the way of your desired manifestation in that video. It's called Releasing the Wands, okay? But also there's another video that's linked in the description box called How to Stop Manifesting Separation Between You and Your Desire. So go check it out. And then we're gonna get to work here, tapping into specifically what is going on in your shadow that's getting in the way. So let's get started. What's the main, who is this for? Who is this for? Let's find out who this is for. Might have a skeptic in the house. Let's see. Who is this for? Who is this for? Okay, this is weird, but somebody here might like Taylor Swift, okay? You might be listening to Taylor Swift. Okay, so let's find out what's going on here. Someone has an insatiable thirst or an urge for something. Okay, so I'm tapping into somebody here that this is a desire that you've been wanting to manifest in for quite some time, and it's been elusive to you. You've been chasing after this thing like relentlessly, and it just hasn't been, it's always been without outside of your reach. So let's find out. I'm actually tapping into somebody here where it's like, no matter what comes in, it's literally, it's saying insatiable. It's an insatiable urge. Okay. So whatever the results you get, it doesn't ever feel, there's like a void inside. And so it doesn't matter like whatever comes in, it never seems to be enough, which is so indicative of a shadow, right? That's exactly what happens in shadow work. That void, no matter what you throw into it, it just doesn't seem like to ever really be working. For those of you that are just now popping in, I'm coming to you live from Cats and Crystals KC here in Kansas City in the Northland. 42. Whatever the intention is that you're wanting to manifest, keep that in your head, okay? Ooh, man, okay, so we are definitely getting into some shadow work here, because with wide open in the reverse, it's talking about envy, jealousy, possessiveness, and dealing with that. It says you or someone else is closed off, unable to remain open to new ideas or intimacy. Heed the gentle warning that too tight a hold on what or who you love or what you aspire to will choke the life out of that which you desire. Oh my goodness. So I'm seeing visions of somebody like white knuckling and holding on to something, unable to let that thing or that circumstance or that person go. And the shadow work, that's going to kind of be like, it's an attachment, okay? A hyper attachment to someone or something that you're unable to let go of. But it's specifically talking about envy, jealousy, and possessiveness, okay? So that's the shadow work that we're going to be working on today. your hold on something is literally like draining the life out of that thing. So it could be a connection that you're really holding on to. It could be even be a dream. Just the intention itself and your inability to let go and surrender is the very thing that's making that connection or that person or that intention, like, quote unquote, run away. This literally says, okay, literally, it says, open your heart and loosen your grip, for what is truly yours can never be withheld from you. And so your tight grip on it is actually keeping it from you being able to experience it. It says, don't try to force a door or a mind to open. Okay, so literally it's like, let go, which can be difficult. I understand that. So, all right, let's get right into the shadow work here. What's the shadow work specifically? I'm seeing retaliation. Someone here is dealing with some really tough energies, like emotional wise. There's jealousy, envy. Maybe you feel like someone did something wrong to you. This says punish, payback, and revenge. In order for you to be able to move forward in whatever it is that you're wanting to move forward in, these things, well, I mean, first they need to be processed out, right? Telling you to push it down and act like it doesn't exist doesn't really work, because part of shadow work is allowing yourself to feel everything that it is that you're feeling, right? And so, you know, someone here is feeling like they've been wronged in some way. Those are not easy feelings to deal with, right? Okay, so the card that's coming up for you in terms of shadow work literally says, I am that. You are that you already are seeking, okay? This says you are already that which you seek. It says, why seek out love when you are love? Why seek out validation when the only one qualified to validate you is you? Okay, and this says, can you welcome and let go of wanting that, whatever that may be? Okay, so really think about what it is. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have courted. This feels like somebody here is super attached to either a person and or a specific connection. Okay, because courted says thoughts and feelings about a person or a situation is keeping the connection alive and intact. This feels like it's keeping the toxic part of the connection alive and intact, okay? This is pull your energy away from it or from them and refocus that energy back on yourself. What are you wanting? Can you welcome and let go of wanting it? So for those of you that are here and your interest is like maybe manifesting in a specific person or manifesting in a future spouse or manifesting in a certain kind of a dynamic and a connection that you're in, is going to require you to kind of let go of wanting to control those aspects, okay? This literally says, so think about what it is you're wanting that connection to provide you, because what we're always after are specific kinds of feelings. So what are you wanting to feel? What are you wanting this person? So what feeling are you after? So if you were to get, like, wave a magic wand and get exactly what you want from your person and from that connection, what's that feeling? Is it satisfaction? Is it fulfillment? Maybe it's validation. And the easiest way to clue in or to tap into what it is you're wanting is to focus on, like, what's going on now that you're not getting. What's that feeling? Are you feeling rejected? Are you feeling overlooked? Left behind? We literally have insatiable here, so maybe what you're feeling is just hungry, thirsty for attention, right? And so first of all, you allow yourself to feel whatever feelings are there in the moment. This is part of the shadow work, right? However uncomfortable it might be, allow yourself to feel those things, whatever that is. And then you let go, you figure out, what is it that I'm wanting? What is it that I'm needing to be? I need to be validated. I need to be connected, because I'm not already feeling those things. That's the shadow. The shadow part of you is not feeling connected. It's not feeling validated. And if you're keyed into what manifestation is, you're manifesting what you are and what you're feeling 24/7. Okay. And so, yes, validation is very important. And the key to figuring all of this out is learning how to provide those things for yourself. Okay. So, part of I am that is validating, realizing that you're the only one who is really qualified to validate yourself. You can appreciate validation from someone else. You can appreciate connection. You can appreciate love that's being mirrored back to you. But when you think about what shadow work is and manifestation in the world is really just a reflection of who you are, deep down inside. If you're not feeling validated in a connection with someone, that's because you're coming from a space of not already feeling validated. They're just reflecting back to you who you are being at the deepest level, right? So how do you start experiencing, and then we hear alarm bells coming right at the in the back. Can you hear it? Dang, it's loud too. So who are you being? Because that's what you're continuing to manifest. And so with a specific connection in mind, a specific person, how are they reflecting you back to you? Hi guys. Thank you for the comments and all that good stuff. How are you reflecting you back to you? And how are you able to build up? So if you want to feel validated, you want to experience validation in your connections, how do you do that? You start building up a self-concept of where you're self-validated. You appreciate validation from outside of you, but you don't need it. It's not required, right? So the way that you do that, I've put in the description box below, there's a video called Releasing the Wants. And part of what you're wanting is validation. So it seems like it is counterintuitive, right? But the way that you release the need for validation so that you can actually experience validation is by allowing yourself to feel as validated as you don't, or not validated. Rejection would be the opposite of that, right? And if this isn't making sense, again, there's a video in the description box below called Releasing the Wants. It explains everything, this whole entire process. But there's a very specific kind of an energy signature coming through that your shadow's operating on. There's revenge here. There's the need for payback. There's the need for wanting to punish somebody for something. And maybe the need for revenge and payback and punishment feels like it's insatiable, okay? Not to say that karmic justice isn't, not that it's not warranted, but as long as you're acting or trying to act like karma, as long as your mind is always on wanting and needing karmic justice, you're actually keeping karmic justice from being able to be played out. And so how do you do that? You release it. You release the need for that. You give it up to the universe, which is the best enactor of karmic justice there could ever be. But part of what's keeping you anchored in wanting retaliation is because you're not getting it. You're focused, you're only continuing to manifest more of that. And what's keeping your focus hijacked is those feelings, okay? Emotional energy is very sticky. It's not like thought energy. Thought energy comes, you don't like a thought that you're having, you can just switch it, you can replace it real quick, right? Emotional energy is not the same way. If you resist what you're feeling, if you've noticed this, it tends to get thicker. It tends to get more dense the more you try to resist it. So if you would allow yourself for a minute to feel whatever it is you're feeling, whether it's anger, whether it's sadness, whether it's, the need for revenge, you're wanting to punish somebody. It sounds counterintuitive, but allow yourself to feel that, to feel as angry as you do. What's going to end up happening is, and someone says, I'm not the biggest fan of, being paid back. It seems like, and that's the cool thing about, when you do shadow work, the need for those things starts to go away because the trueness of who you are, which is love, unconditional love, starts to come through and you're able to forgive and release. But there's a lot of people that are still stuck in that shadow part of themselves where, they're, for whatever reason, they feel wronged. right? They feel like something's been taken away from them, and they're wanting, they're wanting that debt to be paid, or they're wanting, restoration of whatever it was that was taken. So for those of you where you're in that camp and you're feeling like, something was taken from you, you want it back, or you at least want to be paid back for it, karmic justice can happen as long as you're able to release karmic justice to the universe, right? Yeah, I mean, you can act in ways and you can try and do the things that can be done to enact karmic justice yourself. But if you think about it, it's like the universe is so much better at delivering karmic justice than we could ever be. And then as you start to process out those hurtful feelings, those painful feelings, the need for revenge and the need for punishment and the rage and the anger that might be, keeping you anchored in that timeline where you're feeling like you've been wronged, love and forgiveness and unconditional love and acceptance start to come through. And that's when the magic starts to happen, right? So let's see, what else for shadow work here? Any advice? I am going to get you guys like an affirmation card that you guys can keep your focus on, because whatever you're focusing on is what you're going to be manifesting. But we definitely need to get in there and clear the nervous system and the shadow out of the energies that have been keeping you from being able to, experience the reality you've been wanting to experience. Let's get, is there anything else that wants to come through for shadow work? I'm hearing no. Okay, so we've already pretty much covered the shadow work part of it. What you need to do to clear it. Let's get you some affirmations. What does the viewers need to focus on to help clear this out? Ooh, carnelian is like one of my favorite ones. Okay, so the affirmation here is, I welcome new adventures with a brave and bold attitude. Okay, this feels like leaving the past behind. Okay, whatever the past may be. Again, dropping the need for retaliation and stuff like that, and just knowing like if there's a debt to be repaid, that the universe has your back, right? And move forward, leave that as much as you can, right? As much as possible, leaving that behind. And focusing on welcoming new adventures with a brave and bold attitude. So carnelian it corresponds directly with the sacral chakra. So that can be, manifesting things that you're able to birth into the 3D reality. It can talk about passion, desire, encouragement, courage, and just the ability, knowing that you have the ability to do that. So whatever it is you're wanting to birth into your 3D reality, it's already there. It's already there. And so we just need to remove everything that has been kind of blocking your ability to manifest it into your 3D reality. All right, you guys. So again, just focus on this today. The affirmation is, I welcome new adventures with a brave and bold attitude. If there is a need that you're feeling, right? If there's still a shadow part of you that still is thirsting and hungry for revenge, hungry for retaliation, first of all, just know that's there for a reason. You don't have to beat yourself up. You're not wrong for that. You really have today with the present moment, okay? The universe wants to show you, the universe wants to show you how amazing you are. Okay, it's poised, it's primed, it's ready to show you all of the amazing things that you have within you that are ready to be birthed, ready to be experienced. All you have to do is drop the baggage of wanting someone else to be punished, or, not that karmic justice isn't there. If there's a debt to be repaid, that debt it's valid, right? And, leave that debt to be paid by the universe. The universe is going to be the best source of karmic justice. So you leave it up to the universe, drop it, leave it behind, keep moving forward and move towards. And then we have Ametrine at the back of the deck. It says, I move toward emotional healing by following my dreams with confidence. Okay, so leave whatever shattered dreams that you've experienced. Whatever karmic debt, whatever's been taken from you, leave it as a seed in the ground. Okay, whatever's been taken from you has the ability to be paid back to you 100-fold. Okay, you can birth that if that's what you want. And if that's what you want, then definitely claim that. All right, claim it in the comments. Claim that what everything that's been taken from you, whether unjustly or whatever the case may be, you're claiming that that's going to be paid back to you 100-fold. All right, I'm claiming that for myself too. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will be back with some more live videos. All right, doing some shadow work. Love you guys.